folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So we got some Sim Guru Q&A regarding the Sims 4 Discover University, so let's get right into it. So I found it pretty hilarious in the Discover University trailer. They used a song where near the beginning they say, "Bet you never saw this coming," and Sim Guru Ninja confirmed that yes, the song choice was 100% intentional. I mean, even if Microsoft hadn't leaked the details of this pack, or if Target hadn't leaked it, I think it was pretty predictable that University was going to be the next expansion pack, because at this point, they've done pretty much all of the other big requests in terms of ideas that would fit into an expansion pack and not be done as a smaller pack type. They've done pets, they've done seasons, they've done a city, and yeah, University is basically the last really big request. After that, it's just like, sure, there are things that people want from previous games, like farming and hobbies, but yeah, University is definitely the last really big hype one. I consider the trinity of the really hyped themes for expansion packs for The Sims to be pets, and then seasons, and then University. So unless they do a Generations-like expansion pack, which I feel is a little less likely because of Parenthood, then nothing is going to come close to the hype of Discover University or Cats and Dogs and Seasons. And actually, since I did just mention cats and dogs, I'm going to bring up this tweet next, where Cottony Socks asks, "Dear Professor Frost of Foxberry Institute, can we bring pets with us to University? Or are cats and dogs prohibited on campus?" And Sim Guru Frost says, "Good question. You should save it for our live stream." The live stream is going to take place on Friday, November 8th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I hope we can bring cats and dogs on campus, because in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, without mods, you can't, which is a little sad to me. I think you could bring small pets to University since they are objects, like the guinea pigs. So yeah, hopefully they can change that up with The Sims 4. Yeah, because I don't want to rely on everyone's fifth pet stuff if I want to have a pet at University in The Sims 4. I guess familiars with Realm of Magic also kinda works, even though there's even less interactions with them. But one of the familiars is a dragon, which reminds me of the Brightchester University, so makes sense, I guess. And then we got a pretty interesting thread that starts off with Nando asking Sim Guru Frost, are bicycles and piercings coming with Discover University, or a patch prior to this? And Professor Frost replies with, "To my knowledge, with Discover University." I'm not surprised that bicycles would be exclusive to the pack, even though I think they should be patched into the base game for everybody. I think that just makes a lot more sense. But since bikes are being promoted as a pretty main feature of the expansion, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Maybe they could at least do what they did with the swing sets, because we initially got one swing set with Seasons, and then we got another one in Island Living. So maybe we could still get more bikes in the future, because I don't think it makes sense for them to be limited to just Discover University forever. And I think the same about piercings. I think piercings should be a base game feature as well. It is kind of interesting thinking back, because I don't think we ever got those with The Sims 3. The last time I remember us having those was with The Sims 2 when we got the Bon Voyage expansion pack. And then Dr. Seven asked, the Plumbots will be playable, like, into the future? And then Sim Guru Frost says, we have different bots to play with, and one that can join your household. And then Daniel replies saying, cool, can we create robots through Create a Sim 2 like other occults? And then Frost says, nope, only through the robotics skill, and it requires a ton of work to make. I'm glad to see that robotics is getting a full skill. I guess considering what we've already seen in the trailers and the screenshots, it makes sense that there would be one, because there are different sort of ones that you can build. And that's cool that one of the robots are playable, because I was a little bit worried that they might take the same approach that they did with cats and dogs, where they're like, it's more realistic that you can't control the pets, just like in real life. So yeah, good to know that it's not going to be like that again. And it's also interesting that Frost emphasizes that the robots require a ton of work to make, because a really huge criticism I've seen of The Sims 4, especially recently, is that there is not enough challenge in The Sims 4. A lot of stuff is too easy, and I've talked about it in the past where I feel like, especially with the quest to become a spellcaster in Realm of Magic, it's almost like a hilarious personification of how easy The Sims 4 has become, where it's almost like a joke sometimes. But if the robotic skill is going to have a good amount of challenge, then it's good. It seems like they are listening to that feedback. The next thing I'm going to talk about is piercings. So the English Simmer says, is there actually a nose ring in the trailer or only a stud? Because I've seen so many comments go nose ring, and I'm either blind or they're just talking about the stud. And Simguru Morgan confirms it's just studs. I really hope they can put nose rings in the game, because I do actually have a custom content one, and my Sim Shelly from my Cats and Dogs Let's Play is wearing it, but what is really annoying is that when I go into the first-person camera, you just see the nose ring awkwardly floating in the air. It should go away when you're in first person, but nope, it does not. So I'm hoping that we could get an official one that does not do that. Moving on to another tweet from the English Simmer, she says, "Minimalist tattoos were all I wanted, and look at them." And Simguru Morgan says, "There are more." I feel like we don't get tattoos all that often, so it is nice that we're getting a good amount of them, I guess. Actually, I keep forgetting that we even have tattoos in The Sims 4. I think it's because they are tucked away in a different category compared to how it was organized in The Sims 3, so it is a little awkward for me. Part of it could also be that we don't have functional tattoo parlors in The Sims 4, because when they were introduced into The Sims 3 with the Ambitions expansion pack and its patch, we did get those tattoo parlors as a feature with Ambitions, so yeah, I mean, it's not something that's high up on my list at all to have tattoo parlors, but I guess it would be a nice thing, and it would be a nice way to run a business. With majors, Wed the Simmer asked, "Simguru Ninja, hi Dave, this is super important to me. I don't see anywhere that says about art, writing, or music as majors or fields of study. TS2 Uni and TS3 University Life both had liberal arts, so please tell me that Discover University will too have that, and that it won't be all tech or the sciences. Thanks." And Simguru Ninja says, "I wouldn't worry, it's not all science and tech." Okay, that's really good to hear, because it made me very worried when both the blog posts and the Xbox leak only listed a few majors, and it didn't sound like it really covered all that much, especially in terms of the arts. There's just art history was one of them, and that's pretty specific. So hopefully very soon we will learn what all of the majors are. At this point, we have so many different careers in The Sims 4, so I hope there are degrees that can match up with all of them. Moving on to the world, Simberhand asks, "Can you confirm if there are any buildable lots in the campuses, or only shell buildings?" And Professor Frost replies saying, "There are a few buildable lots to build on." So, to me it does sound like, yeah, we are going to have some shell buildings. But I am hoping that we can have some just normal houses off campus too. Then moving on to the toilet stalls, Willissa says, "I hope that these toilet stalls will be available to build in build buy mode for any lots. Can we?" And Simguru Morgan replies saying, "Why yes, they are." That's basically what I was expecting. I don't think it would have made sense for toilet stalls to be limited to just university of all things. But I am glad to see that toilet stalls are making it back into the game. It only took over 5 years, what the heck. But this definitely is a huge victory for us, like I mentioned in the video I did with Pixelate, because there was that debate with Simguru Grant as to whether it'd be worth the time and effort to do those. And as a fitting final tweet to put in this video, it's about death. So Tazreen asks, clears throat, "So, any new deaths you sneaked in there?" And Simguru Morgan says, "There might be," and has a wink at the end. And usually in SimGuru speak, a wink does mean yes. It's just a very cheeky sort of confirmation. So I wonder what the death will be. Will it be death from just being really stressed out? Or will it be some sort of new death with shower woohoo? And I know many people are hoping for bunk beds or Murphy beds or both in this pack. So if Murphy beds end up making the cut for University, then it would make sense to bring back that Murphy bed death with it. It's quite brutal. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!